get your thoughts off the weather.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we ready?
Yep.
Here we go. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office has been conducting an investigation surrounding the New Covenant Faith Center and/or House of Prayer over this past year. We have interviewed a number of individuals directly and related to the church as either being members of the church or closely connected to the church. At this time, we're looking for any other individuals who feels they might have further information surrounding any questionable actions or conducts of the church or of the church officers. Over this past year, numerous interviews have been conducted by the detectives of the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, including this past Saturday. And it was those interviews conducted Saturday which led to our execution of a search warrant last night here at the property of the church itself and also the home of one of the officers of the church. The search warrant has been sealed by a judge with the Jackson County Court to ensure integrity. No official charges have been filed up to this time of anybody connected directly to the church. We are presently speaking to an officer of the church at this time, but then again, I must reiterate, no official charges have been filed. Again, we're looking for anyone that might have information over the past 20 years of activity surrounding this church, even going back further, say 30 years, of any activity that they feel has been questionable actions of the church, and to please contact the Jackson County Sheriff's Office with that information. I thank you.
30 years is a long time.
Yeah. Well, I had to use a 20 and a 30 because we got a time gap that we're looking at. I tell you the number I'd like for you all to put out is our dispatch direct line tonight, and that will be, you run that trailer when this is showing the business number, or excuse me, the number directly to the prosecutor, or excuse me, dispatchers is 816-524-4300.
816-524-4300.
4300.
And that's for people to call if they have
Any information that they feel would be pertinent to any misconduct of the church.
Can you give us a sense at all of what kind of conduct, and maybe everything, anything?
I could up until the time I found out that the judge had sealed the search warrant. And that is just to ensure the integrity. When was that done? This afternoon. Don't have the exact time. I will say that we will be maintaining control of the church and the house until tomorrow morning, which we'll be returning. We've got detectives that have been here for the past 32 hours, so I'm going to get them out here to get some rest. We will maintain the scene tonight with road deputies, and then be back in the morning and start loading up some of the stuff that we'll be seizing under the guidelines of the search warrant.
For neighbors, what should they, I mean, neighbors concerned about what's going on, they still don't have an idea of what their concerns may be about their safety, about what the concept or focus of the case is.
We've had calls from the neighbors. In fact, it was the neighbors, I believe, that contacted a lot of your offices last night when the search warrant was being served. And they were finding out some information and calling you guys to let you know that we were here. So the neighbors are concerned. There's some information we'd like to hear from them also. In fact, we're going to be reviewing some of your guys' footage that has been done talking to some of the neighbors to find out just who it is we need to start looking at for further information.
Can you say how many people you've already talked to over the past year?
I couldn't even begin to give you that number. It's multitudes of cases. Over a dozen. Yes, correct.
Over a dozen.
Have you guys checked out some of the comments at the bottom of some of the stories on? I know Fox had like 13 comments of people who said this guy split up their family and caused all kinds of problems.
We have one of our detectives now back at headquarters, just reviewing all the information that comes over your guys' lines with from the internet.
Colonel, can you tell us anything about the, if I understand it, there's one gentleman still in custody?
At the present time, and at this time, since he hasn't been officially charged, we're not going to release his name.
You said you're asking to folks that maybe go back 20 or 30 years. Was this investigation initially sparked by someone that goes back that far, or was it more recent?
That's an easy thing to say, correct? Something over 20 years and 30 years.
Well, you mentioned you did get information from incidents that happened
Anything is
more
That
than a
far
couple
back.
decades?
That far back, that's correct. 2 and 3 decades.
You mentioned to me earlier that you were asking people to be on the lookout for, or who might have information about child abuse, about inappropriate use of church funds.
Since the search warrant has been sealed, we're not at liberty to discuss that this
Any
time.
further. But it's already been said. It's already been said.
Again, I thank you all for coming out.
Thank
Get home before the sun goes down. It's cold yet.
you. Yeah.
Not quite.
Let me give you one brief little thing too. It is the Jackson County